Hey guys, it's Chloe. If you're new here, welcome to the softest, sunniest, most heart-fluttery corner of the internet. Hit subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment so I know you're here. Because these stories only feel real when I know you've felt them with me. This is the day Everett returned my spare key. And everything locked into place in the best possible way. So grab the biggest iced coffee you can find. Curl up and let me tell you every single detail of the afternoon, my whole world quietly. Perfectly, permanently changed direction. All because of one little key. It started a few weeks ago. When I was heading out for a quick weekend trip to visit my sister, I was rushing around my apartment, throwing clothes in a bag, realizing I'd forgotten to ask anyone. To grab my mail or check on Kevin the Monstera, he gets dramatic if I'm gone too long. I ran into Everett in the hallway, literally almost collided with him as he was. Locking his door, he was in a soft gray Henley. Sleeves pushed up, dark jeans, hair a little tousled like he'd been running his hands through it. Green eyes doing that warm, crinkly thing that makes my brain short-circuit. I blurted out, "Hey, random, huge favor, could you hold on to my spare key and maybe grab my mail if you're around? I'll be back Sunday night." He took the key without hesitation, fingers brushing mine for half a second longer than necessary, and said, "Anytime. Have fun. Text me if you need anything." I did text him a lot, just checking if Kevin is still alive. Mail pileup update. Random question? Do plants miss people? His replies were short but made me grin like an idiot every time. Kevin is thriving and judging me. Mail is safe. No bills tried to escape. They miss you. I asked, "Yes." He said, "They miss you." Yes. I stared at that text for 20 minutes. Then Sunday came. I got home late, unpacked, and nothing, no knock, no key return. I figured he was busy, or maybe he'd drop it off later. Days turned into a week. Then 2, then 3. I didn't ask for it back. He didn't offer. And honestly, I liked knowing he had it. Liked the little invisible thread connecting our doors. Liked imagining him using it to check on Kevin or grab my mail or whatever excuse he wanted. Then one quiet Tuesday evening, right around 7:23 p.m., there's a soft knock. I open the door, and there's Everett. Soft black Henley, sleeves pushed up. You know the drill. Dark jeans. Hair a little messy, like he's been running his hands through it. Green eyes doing that warm, crinkly thing that makes my stomach flip. He's holding my spare key between 2 fingers. The little pink tassel I attached to it swaying gently. "Hey," he says, voice low and kind of gentle. Figured it was time I gave this back. Don't want to overstay my key privileges. I laugh, leaning against the doorframe. "You've had it for 3 weeks. I was starting to think you liked having access to my apartment." He smiles slow, soft, the kind that reaches his eyes first. Maybe I did. The hallway is quiet, just us. The soft glow from my fairy lights spilling out. Kevin, the plant visible on the entry table like he's watching the whole thing unfold. I reach for the key, but neither of us moves fast. Our fingers brush, neither pulls away. Conversation starts easy. How my trip was great, but too short. How his last few weeks have been busy, but good. How Kevin survived without me, barely. According to the dramatic leaf drop he staged the day I left. How he used the key exactly twice, once for mail, once to water Kevin when I texted that I'd be home late. How he kept finding little reasons to walk past my door just in case I was home. But every sentence lingers a little longer. Every laugh lands a little closer. Every quiet pause feels heavier. Warmer. He leans one shoulder against the opposite side of the doorframe. Close enough that I can smell his cologne, something woody and warm that I've been low-key obsessed with since the day he moved in. "You know," he says, voice softer now. I kept finding excuses not to return this. I tilt my head. "Oh yeah. Like what?" "Like, I liked knowing I could check on Kevin if you were out late. Or grab your mail if it rained. Or," he pauses, eyes searching mine, "just knowing I had a reason to knock if I wanted to see you." My heart does that thing where it forgets how to beat normally. The key is still between us, but neither of us has taken it fully. I step a little closer, barely an inch, but it feels like a mile. You don't need a key for that, I say, voice quieter than I mean it to be. His eyes darken just a fraction. No, he asks like he's giving me one last out. No, a whisper, and then he closes the distance. The key drops forgotten to the floor with a soft clink as his hand cups my cheek, thumb brushing my jaw like he's been thinking about it for weeks. The kiss is slow at first, tentative, perfect, like we're both making sure this is really happening. Then deeper, warmer, like every almost we've ever had finally gets its turn. My back hits the doorframe gently, his other hand finding my waist, pulling me closer until there's no space left between. Us, it's not rushed, it's not frantic. It's years of quiet glances and hallway smiles and borrowed keys, finally saying everything out loud when we finally pull apart, foreheads resting together, breathing the same air. He smiles against my lips. I think I'm going to need that key back, he murmurs. I laugh, breathless. Why? Because I'm not planning on leaving anytime soon. Chloe winks at the camera phone propped on the entry table where it's been recording since the knock. Red light still glowing, hoodie slipped softly off one shoulder. Fairy lights, painting everything warm and golden. The spare key still on the floor like it knows it's no longer needed. And that's the full, longer, heart exploding, spare key return, doorway linger. Olive night, Nindu forever story of how I brought your key back became the sweetest, coziest, best little lock-in of my entire life. Some doors you don't need keys for anymore. When the right person decides to stay, like, subscribe, ring the bell. Comment the moment that got you the most. And if you're new here, stick around because this story is only getting started. Chloe's dangerous desires didn't just take the key. They changed the locks to always open for him.